As the saying goes, you can't choose your family.
Hey, Grandpa. What are you doing here?
But there is a choice when it comes to starting a family of your own. Two people fall in love, have children,
Who wants pizza? Me!
and become intertwined forever. For better, and sometimes for worse.
I am trying to concentrate!
1973, Concord, California.
Come in. Susan, it's good to see you.
Susan Bowling has everything a 15-year-old schoolgirl could wish for. Good looks, wealthy parents, and an intellect far beyond her years.
Compared to other children, she was exceptionally smart. She was reading books before she was 4 years old. When she was 5, her parents divorced.
Tell me about your week.
There's nothing to tell.
Well, did you go to school?
I hate it.
Susan started avoiding school, becoming truant, because she just simply didn't want to be around other people.
You know, I felt the same when I was your age.
Really?
The school recommended to Susan's mother that they take her to a psychologist and recommended Dr. Felix Pulk.
Well, it's just I like being alone.
Felix was not a conventional psychotherapist. To say the least, he had very loose boundaries. It was the early 70s in California, which was a time when anything goes in the world of psychotherapy.
You know, when I was your age, I was in France. We were hiding from the Germans. So I spent a lot of time alone.
Susan responds to Felix's intensely personal therapy, but not in a healthy way. She bonds with him too tightly.
And I drank the whole thing.
It was unacceptable. It's ethically wrong by all standards.
Eventually, it leads to a scandalous romance. But doctor and patient don't care, and when Felix is 49 and Susan 24, they become husband and wife.
For Felix to become involved with her was like lighting the fuse on a stick of dynamite. Nothing good was going to come from it.
Susan Pulk's romance breaks societal rules and taboos. Usually, love is less controversial. A meeting of like minds sets the scene for romance in Raleigh, North Carolina in 1995.
They met when they both worked at the Department of Revenue.
36-year-old divorcee Camila Norton is taking her first tentative steps towards new love with shy co-worker, 32-year-old Terry Brown.
Terry seemed to be a very calm, professional, well-adjusted young man.
They got along well. They had a lot in common.
Camila, ready for a refill?
Yeah, okay. Sure.
Camila's looking for happiness after a troubled past.
Ladies first.
Camila had a very unusual, troubled personality. Psychiatrists had a range of different diagnoses for her over the years.
I want you out of my house.
Why?
Because you're a witch.
Mom.
She's having an affair with President Bush. Get out!
She was paranoid and delusional.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Let me know if it gets worse. I know.
For years, Camila is plagued by paranoid visions.
Camila truly believed these things. She thought they were genuinely true. She was very delusional.
That's a great drop.
By 1996, Camilla finally has her fragile mind under control.
It's good wine, huh?
Her new beau, Terry, knows about her rocky past. But to him, it's ancient history.
That was delicious. You're a really good cook.
How about you, let me cook for you the rest of your life?
What?
You marry me?
A couple in love are full of romance and promise. Once they settle down, thoughts often turn to children. And with luck, a family is born. And so it is for Susan and Felix Pulk. When they marry and have children, a 25-year age gap is no longer the salacious scandal.
The Pulks really did look like a very happy family.
In 2000, they move into a $2 million estate outside San Francisco. Susan is a devoted mother to 3 sons.
She's got everything the boys could want. It's glorious.
Felix, the respected psychologist, has a flourishing career.
In the Pulk model of deviant adolescent behavior, it's their repressed memories that are crucial to their healing.
I think they wanted the good things in life and were working hard for it.
So, who's ready for lunch?
Felix's powerful influence on Susan's teen years still haunts the relationship.
She just never got the chance to, grow into a stable woman.
Susan's mental health suffers
Susan.
and goes untreated.
Felix.
Excuse me.
Initially, Felix had a Svengali effect on her when she was a young girl and a young woman. But as she grew and matured, she became resentful, did not like being controlled by Felix at all.
It was becoming quite apparent that she had mental issues.
Susan. Susan! What's the matter? Are you okay? Just breathe.
You're not my doctor anymore.
Behind the closed doors of the Pulk estate, Susan spirals into dysfunction and delusion.
I saw the messages. You're a spy.
She was searching the newspaper for secret codes.
Calm down.
You're a very dangerous man.
At one point, she believed that Felix had been employed by the CIA.
She was all over the place on those kind of accusations. All this was starting to tell me that Susan is in some other world.
Dad?
It's okay, son.
Your father is a spy. He's gonna hurt us.
Their youngest son, 14-year-old Gabe, sees it all.
You could tell that he was just emotionally impacted by all this stuff.
A delusion as strong as Susan's is a sign of serious mental problems. Felix did nothing about her delusions, and Susan became sicker and sicker.
Local police become regular visitors to the luxury home.
Here we go again.
Susan's delusions create constant chaos.
The marriage really started going south.
At last, I want you to evict him.
Eventually, she turned on Felix.
She hit me. Take him away.
Tell me what's going on.
He is controlled. He's controlled my entire life.
Susan reaches her breaking point. If Felix isn't leaving, then she is.
Take me to jail!
She slapped him in front of the police and said, okay, take me. They wouldn't take her either. I have a feeling they wanted nothing to do with her.
Susan files for divorce. After 30 years of being dependent on Felix, she reclaims her life and sets her sights on Montana.
Susan was so happy with her life in Montana, she didn't even come back for the divorce proceedings. That would prove to be a mistake.
She finds out she doesn't have the house, she doesn't have custody of her child, and she also doesn't have the alimony that she was expecting.
From that point forward, Felix became public enemy #1.
Susan Pulk's inner conflict can't be contained, and it means chaos for everyone. In contrast, with 2 healthy children, Camila and Terry happily thrive.
Hey guys, who's winning?
Hey, we've only just started.
Hey, hon.
Hi.
How are you?
Busy.
Okay, well, I'll go get dinner going then.
Okay, thanks, honey.
Until trouble strikes.
Camilla lost her job at the Department of Revenue.
Camila not only loses her job, she loses her confidence, and her old demons return. Paranoid delusions.
You were with her yesterday, weren't you?
With who?
Don't you play dumb with me. You know who I'm talking about.
The millionth time, I'm not having an affair, okay?
Terry always tried to do the best by Camilla. He knew she had mental health issues, but he tried to stick by her.
I can tell when you're lying.
I'm not lying.
Look at me. I can tell when you're lying to me.
I'm not lying.
You are lying.
I'm not lying.
What are you gonna do with the knife then, huh?
You're crazy.
Eventually, the delusions are too much for Terry to bear.
He just could not tolerate it anymore, so he moved out, and they were divorced in 2001.
Despite fighting in court, Terry loses custody of the children. But Camilla's not behaving like a fit parent.
I am trying to concentrate.
Stop doing that.
Her fragile mind is splintering.
You got one.
She starts to neglect her duties as a mom. In 2002, a visit to the doctor brings things to a head.
Does that hurt?
That pediatrician noted that the children were not thriving, that they were malnourished, and they were not properly clothed.
That's all for today.
Thank you.
Oh, wait a minute. These are for you and your sister.
Come on, Dad. Come on, Tess.
The doctor was concerned there was some ongoing thing with the children,
I want to report a case of child neglect.
and the state came in and just took the children out of her care.
That sparks another custody battle. A battle Camilla's determined to win at any cost.
That's when Camilla made an accusation that he had abused their children. She said that it was sexual abuse.
But authorities learn it's another of Camilla's delusions.
He was a great father, devoted to his children.
All those accusations were unfounded.
In 2003, Terry wins sole custody.
There are no grounds for appeal, Camilla.
But he's a child molester.
Terry has sole custody.
No!
They decided that the only person who could appropriately care for these children was Terry.
In this mom's damaged mind, her children are in danger.
I'm getting another lawyer.
As Camilla Brown is lost in her delusions, Susan Pulk's family watch helplessly as she faces her own mental decline. With her marriage over, she walks away with nothing.
I mean, here's a woman that lived pretty good. Nice $2 million home in Orinda, nice living. basically the money to do whatever she wanted to do. And when that all went south for her, she wasn't going to tolerate that. And
Hello?
I want 20 million transferred into my account.
She flew into a rage. Her life was crumbling right in front of her.
Susan, you know I don't have that sort of money.
Find it, or I'll blow your brains out!
Dad, I'm scared for you.
It's okay, huh? Don't you worry, you promised me.
Susan's next move comes out of the blue. She returns from Montana and secretly reclaims the family home.
So what time is the game?
4 o'clock.
Okay, I'll be home by 3.
Felix is forced to stay in the guest house.
It's okay.
The next day, Felix is a no-show for the ball game with his son.
Do you know where Dad is?
No idea.
late afternoon, early evening, they were supposed to go to the game. He sat at the house waiting to hear from Dad. After a while, his curiosity got the better of him.
Are you sure you don't know where Dad is?
No. I told you before. Aren't you glad he's gone? I am.
And that's when he went out to the guest house.
Dad? Dad?
Finding a parent or anyone that you love who's been stabbed to death is probably something that's never going to go away. It could ruin their life.
911, what's your emergency?
I need help. It's my father. He's dead. There's blood everywhere.
Okay, stay calm.
When someone is mentally ill, it's often those closest to them who are in the most danger. Keeping a family apart can be the only solution. In Raleigh, North Carolina, Camila Brown has been separated from her children.
The judge ordered her to stay 2,000 feet away from the children and her husband and not to contact them in any way.
She does the exact opposite, moving into the house behind her ex-husband, Terry.
Camila was doing everything exactly wrong to keep from getting the custody of the children, but she thought she was doing everything right.
In her fractured mind, Camila's convinced her husband is abusing her children. Despite her problems, Terry doesn't want to deny his children their mother.
Terry, they're my life. Terry, please. Please let me see my children.
Don't cry.
He eventually agrees to give her some access, but remains cautious.
Terry offered Pullen Park as a public place where they could meet.
Who wants pizza? Me!
March 24th, 2006. The family are together once again.
Baby, how are you? Oh, it's so good to see you. Okay, guys, here you go. That's for you. That's for you, sweetie. Now, just don't burn yourself, okay? It's very hot.
But the reunion is short-lived.
I warned you.
No!
Camila pulled out a gun and shot him.
Camila still loved Terry, but she loved her children more. And in her mind, Terry was harming her children. There was no basis to that in reality, But that didn't matter because Camilla believed it was true.
If you can imagine the horror of a 6- and 7-year-old child sitting there eating pizza, and their mother has just shot their father in the chest.
Camilla's delusions have stolen her children's father. As has Susan Pulk.
Sorry, ma'am, but your husband is dead.
Her reaction to her husband's murder raises immediate suspicions.
Susan exhibited no sadness, anxiety, panic, hysteria, anything.
Oh, well. We're gonna get a divorce anyhow.
She didn't even seem to really care that her youngest boy had found her husband lying in a pool of blood, which struck me as odd.
Ma'am, I think you better follow us.
Susan's lips are sealed. But the crime scene tells investigators all they need to know about October 13th, 2002.
The most significant find was the hair. They found Susan Polk's hair strands in one of his hands. I mean, that put her right there in the fight.
The blow to Felix's head would have been enough to render him dazed and confused.
Susan?
At that point, Susan began the stabbing. She was unleashing the animal within her. There was no way Felix was going to get out of that confrontation alive.
In 2006, Susan Pulk is convicted of second-degree murder. She is sentenced to life in prison, with a minimum of 16 years. Susan traded her childhood for love.
It's quite possible Susan's psychosexual development and maturity in the world was stunted because of her relationship at a very early age. For all Susan's problems, she also has no sympathy for anyone, and there's no treatment for that.
Susan Pulk and Camilla Brown build loving families.
I warned you.
But both fight demons that destroy them all. Critically injured, Terry manages to call 911.
My wife just shot me.
Camilla is arrested at the scene. 5 hours later, Terry loses his fight for life.
Unfortunately, his injury was too severe for them to be able to save his life.
Camilla Brown is charged with murder.
Initially, Camilla refused to be questioned and refused to respond and would not cooperate with her lawyers. She would have nothing to say. That's when the mental health evaluations began to determine whether she would be competent to proceed to trial.
Her lawyers plan to plead insanity. Camilla's own pen poisons that option when she writes a letter to the judge.
In the letter, she pretty much says, I knew what I was doing. It was wrong. I had a purpose for which I was doing it. I thought I was going to teach him a lesson. To shoot someone and they die, but you did not intend to kill them, that's squarely second-degree murder.
In 2013, Camilla Brown pleads guilty to second-degree murder. She is sentenced to a minimum of 17 years in prison. A family broken forever.
If she ever does become cured of her mental illness and can look at everything realistically, she's going to realize with horror what she has done.
Here's one for my favorite granddaughter.
Trust, faith, and unconditional love are the mainstays of successful families. But under this umbrella, we can also be vulnerable if someone decides to exploit their loved ones. Nothing brightens a grandparent's day more than seeing their grandchildren.
Hey, Grandpa. What are you doing here?
In August 2016, Brittney Dwire surprises her grandpa, 81-year-old Robert Whitwell.
That's lovely to see you.
You too, Grandpa. I haven't seen you in ages.
I know.
Brittney's maternal grandfather was a lovely man.
Can I get you something to drink?
The tyranny of distance keeps them apart. Robert lives in South Australia, while 19-year-old Brittney lives 1,000 miles away. Today is a rare chance to reminisce.
And that's you. You know, you couldn't have been 3 years old then. You really were.
But Robert doesn't know everything about his granddaughter. There is a dark side he hasn't yet met, and she's had it since childhood. As an 8-year-old, she torments her brother.
Brittney! Brittney!
Brittney chased him down the hallway with a knife, and he locked himself in the toilet, and she was waving it underneath the door.
I think for Brittney, the feelings of love and family weren't as developed, weren't as strong.
Brittney, stop!
The deep familial ties that are so important to the rest of us. For her, it was much more important to be violent.
As a young adult, Brittney develops a fetish for horror films, an interest she shares with roommate, 21-year-old Bernadette Burns.
I'm done with this movie. Her and Bernadette form a very close friendship very quickly.
They talked about murdering people. Her good friend thought most of this was fantasy. She didn't really realize how serious Brittney was. For her, this was real.
It's easy for some people to mask their true feelings and desires, even from their nearest and dearest. In Lincolnshire County, England, in 2010, David Twigg and his de facto, Julie Dixon, are living the good life.
How do you make so much mess?
It takes talent.
Very funny.
David was a skilled joiner specializing in doors and windows and things like that.
The craftsman and the manager are a perfect fit.
Everything to do with money, phone calls, contact with the public, bills and invoices was all run by Julie.
He was the talent, she was the accountant. That was their arrangement.
David uses his business to indulge his passion for motorsports.
Hello?
He sponsors a racing team.
Hi, mate. How are things? That's brilliant. Yeah, I'm in. I'm sure. Okay, I'll see you soon. Amazing.
What is it?
The team's racing in America. And we're going.
Oh.
What? What's up?
No, fantastic, yeah.
There's something Julie isn't telling him.
As good as David was at building cabinetry and custom staircases, Julie was that bad at paying the bills.
They're spending more than they earn, and debts are piling up. Julie can't bring herself to come clean.
She was avoiding paying bills and doing everything in her power to not tell David what was happening.
She even reroutes their mail, so David never sees the incriminating correspondence.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Have something for me?
I do.
All those letters that were coming asking for money, talking about potential court cases, and the severity of the debt weren't being seen by David Twigg.
Julie ignores the bills for as long as she can. Then the summons start arriving, but she has that covered too.
Hello. I'm calling in regards to a summons my husband has received.
David was going to be declared bankrupt, and he was given a court date.
I'm sorry. David is gravely ill. It's not possible for him to attend.
She was able to make excuses and actually tell blatant lies to try and cover up her tracks.
I think there's a good possibility when Julie was a little girl, she was severely punished when she made a mistake. And she didn't want that to happen again.
Are Julie Dixon's secrets protecting herself or her partner? Either way, his trust has left him open to harm. In Australia, the same jeopardy lurks in the restless young adult, Brittney Dwire.
And now, here's one for my favourite granddaughter.
For months, she has one thing on her mind.
Oh my God, thanks, Papa. Dad, that's far too generous.
Yeah. What's $600? And another 100,000 where that came from.
Oh, Dad.
He didn't trust banks. He had over $110,000 in cash in that house.
Brittney heard about her grandfather's money, and the idea just couldn't leave her mind. She became obsessed with it. She thought this could be easy cash, particularly if she could sneak down to her grandfather's house, dig up the money, and take off with it. She would be set for the rest of her life. This idea, along with her obsession with blood and violence, merged to make quite a murderous plot.
I know where there's some cash. A lot of it.
I'm in.
You up for a road trip?
Yeah.
Brittney has no trouble recruiting her BFF, Bernadette Burns.
Well, they were very close. And you sort of have to have a strong relationship with someone to convince them to drive across the country to commit a robbery against that person's grandfather.
They travel 1,000 miles, and on August the 5th, 2016, arrive at Robert Whitwell's Adelaide home.
Okay, you ready?
But Bernadette has a change of heart.
I can't do it, Britt.
We're in this together, whatever it takes, remember?
Yeah, but he's your pop.
We just came all this way for this.
You're fine. You stay in the car.
For Brittney, this is more than a robbery. It's a chance to act out a violent fantasy she's carried since childhood. The trust a grandfather has in his granddaughter is natural, but in this case, dangerously misguided. And in Lincolnshire, England, David Twigg's biggest threat is also the person he trusts most. His partner, Julie Dixon.
They spent a great deal of money, and Julie never tried to stop it. She remained silent.
David is blissfully unaware that his world is about to come crashing down. He's been summoned to appear in the bankruptcy court.
But of course, he didn't know any of this. and didn't show up in court.
Why are you so glum?
Nothing, just leave me be.
She allowed it to get worse and worse, and the bigger the lies, the less she wanted to admit what she'd done to David.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
She was starting to work out a much more sinister solution to her problems.
She searched how to kill someone and not get caught.
Things like, how do you kill someone in a way that doesn't show up on a post-mortem?
Rather than sit down with them, honey, we have to talk, she decides the best solution to this problem is to simply kill him.
By 2011, time's up.
Eventually, an arrest warrant was issued for David.
Look, I have tried to explain over and over. He is seriously ill. He cannot get to court.
That's just the way it is, unfortunately.
Right.
The best option was to kill her innocent husband.
On March 13th, she makes her move.
Both David and Julie were in the garden,
which they often did on a Sunday.
Thanks.
David was putting up a fence on the property and had no idea whatsoever what Julie was planning.
Within family, defenses are down, suspicions cast aside. We are vulnerable at close quarters. Brittney Dwire's grandfather welcomes her with open arms.
I wish we could do this more often. I really do. Yeah.
He pulls out photograph albums of their childhood.
Oh, look, there's your mum, and there's you.
Recalling fond memories.
Yeah, I want you to take that one with you.
The trip down memory lane softens Brittney.
Brittney texts Bernadette, and she says that she can't do it.
The pair should follow their consciences and leave. But instead, now Bernadette doubles down.
Bernadette texts her right back and says, "This is what we came here for. Harden up. Do it."
Now, thank you for coming to see me, darling.
Brittney's behind her grandfather. She brings out her knife and she stabs him in the neck.
Why would you do that?
He said it in utter shock and surprise. He just couldn't fathom that this could happen. And he just stood there looking at her. And with that, she reaches up with the knife again and buries it deep in his chest. He would have bled rapidly. And since it's so close to the heart, the majority of the blood would have poured into the cavities of the chest.
He tries to put Band-Aids on, probably in shock. Brittney actually helps him put those Band-Aids on.
Sorry, Grandpa.
But that's where her first aid ends. She waits and watches her grandfather bleed to death.
He would have probably been in shock within 3 or 4 minutes. He would have been dead by 6 to 7 minutes.
Brittney then texts Bernadette and says, "It's done." 2 words, "It's done."
They rifle through his belongings and find his wallet, and they found $1,000.
The girls have traveled across Australia for much more than that.
He had over $110,000 in cash in that house.
but they can't find it.
Hey, where are you? We have to go. I found a bag.
With just $1,000 in their pockets, the girls hit the road. Like Brittney Dwire, Julie Dixon uses the stealth of family to turn an ordinary moment into a fatal one.
David was putting his garden tools away in a storeroom.
Very funny. Julie! Julie!
She began pouring petrol on the floor of the workshop.
Open the door! Julie! Julie! Open the door!
A realization must have dawned on him that the person he loved was actually killing him.
Open the door! Julie! I'm begging you, open the door!
She then lit a match and threw it into the petrol and calmly walked out of the building.
What are you doing to me? Julie! Please!
And left him there to die.
David built that door. He knew there was no getting out. In the process of starting the fire, Julie catches some heat and gets singed from it. But that didn't hurt her, it helped her.
We need help. Somebody attacked us and set fire to the place.
She described 2 intruders setting fire to the place.
What? No, my partner, he's still inside.
Outwardly, she gave the appearance of someone that had been the victim of the most awful attack.
To the world, it's a tragedy, made sadder by the public pleas of a woman in mourning.
Julie played the grieving partner to the hilt, especially when the cameras were on.
Can you tell us what happened that day?
It was all so quick.
A family umbrella of trust can also protect the perpetrator. No one wants to think one family member can betray another. But they do, like Brittney Dwire. It's days before her grandfather's body is discovered.
The police eventually discovered his body because what happened was the mail began to pile up outside his house.
But they have no early leads.
He was a good man, and he lived a good life for Grandpa.
At his funeral, Brittney slips easily into the role of grieving granddaughter.
Knowing full well that she was the cause of their grief.
Poor Grandpa.
She has this absolute lack of empathy. She cannot empathise with people. She cannot understand the fact that she's caused so much pain.
The only remorse seems to come from her accomplice, Bernadette,
Bernadette, I said no phone calls.
who is not coping so well.
Why would you do that?
She was telling her friends, telling her housemates.
It's not long before the housemates tell the police.
It was eventually a tip-off to Crime Stoppers that led to their arrests.
Looking for a Brittney J. Dwire?
Their secret soon dissolves away.
Not only did Bernadette confess, but ultimately Brittney confessed to what she had done.
In 2017, Bernadette Burns pleads guilty to murder without intent. and receives a minimum of 13 years and 6 months in prison. Brittney Dwire is convicted of murder. Her sentence, a minimum of 21 years behind bars.
Her grandfather, a man that was warm and loving, and she will probably always be haunted by the look that he gave her as he searched her eyes and said, "Why did you do this to me?"
For 6 months, Julie Dixon fools her community, including the police.
Julie didn't have the bandwidth to pay the bills on time, let alone pull off a murder.
David's long trail of bad debts start to reveal themselves, along with Julie's deceit.
We'd been given a complete pack of lies.
Then, the evidence catching her red-handed.
Just petrol then, love.
Just the fuel today.
The CCTV footage, which clearly showed Julie Dixon purchasing a quantity of petrol, which she put in the portable petrol containers.
She is arrested and charged with David's murder.
I would describe Julie Dixon as cold, calculating, and I would probably go as far as to use the word evil.
In 2011, Julie Dixon is convicted of murder and sentenced to life with a non-parole period of 23 years.
It just goes to show you never know what your other half is capable of. If they're feeling under pressure and they've been cornered, they come out fighting.